much. With those few remarks, I now want to move to the next level. And the next level is to welcome our chief guest, who is ably represented here by Dr. Carol Hunja. And to give the opening remarks. And as I said earlier, Dr. Carol Hunja is the Secretary Higher Education and Research in the Ministry of Education, where this university and other universities directly report to. In her duty, she is normally engaged in developing and implementing programs through collaborations and partnerships. And she's also engaged in developing policies that shape the academic environment, and therefore all the policies that we use as a university and other universities indeed are developed by her office. And she's also engaged in research activities. So Dr. Hunja, we are happy to have you around, and I would want to now welcome you to come and share with us your opening remarks. Join me in welcoming Dr. Hunja, please.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here, to be a part of you. And I really like the representation. It's international, and that is what we usually look out for. And before I give the remarks of the Principal Secretary, I would first like to thank you for honoring us with this invitation. The Ministry of Education is always happy to be a part of you and to move out and meet you and see the different things that our institutions are doing. And this is one of them, an amazing conference which forms part of the dissemination of research activities. And so this is a truly, truly important event, and we are honored to be a part of it. Secondly, I want to bring warmest regards from the Principal Secretary, Dr. Beatrice Inyangala. She asked me to come and greet you, as you've heard from the Vice Chancellor. She actually asked me to come for this meeting yesterday at 6 p.m. or after 6 p.m. She was ready the whole day to come, and even when I met her during the day, she kept telling me that I'm going to MUA tomorrow morning. She was called off for another meeting yesterday evening, which is happening today, and there's no way she could fail to honor that particular meeting. As you know, our State Department has been dealing with various crises, and so that was one of the meetings that she was going to chair and be part of, so that we can see how we can handle some of the issues that have been coming up. The third thing I want to make a comment on is the theme of this conference, which is, I saw, is leadership, innovation, sustainability, and artificial intelligence. One of my tasks is to promote research in our institutions. And I don't know how many of you are aware that currently there is a call that has been sent out by the National Research Fund. And this is such an easy call for people to get money out of. Very easy call, because what it's saying, it just wants you to identify traditional knowledge and which forms part of our intellectual property. And this is in line with something that we are doing as a country, where we are trying to identify and recognize our intellectual property and see how we can benefit from it, and not just benefit from it, but also protect it. And so one of the IP that we have in this country is traditional and indigenous knowledge. And so what NRF, and this is the second time I'm seeing them do this kind of call, NRF is asking us to look at traditional knowledge and see how we can preserve and protect it using AI, using artificial intelligence. Very simple call. The money is readily available. We should in every way look for ways to participate in this call, put in an application, and most of the time I tell people, even when you put in a proposal to the NRF and it is not successful, next year they'll still call or do a call that is a bit related to the same thing. So you keep your proposal, and next year when they do the same call or a call that is closely similar, you resubmit it again. Don't get tired. And you will even be surprised that there are other opportunities that may arise along the way, and you end up building up on your proposal. In my other life, I was a director of research at Southeastern Kenya University and a senior lecturer in the same university in the Department of Life Sciences. And I have worked on Moringa oleifera, that tree that is known, it has some nutritive value, some medicinal value, and I have consistently submitted a call to the NRF on Moringa, and I have consistently received funding on Moringa from NRF. And what I do, I keep bulking up and enhancing the collaborations and the partnerships that are emanating from that same project. And so you all have the capacity to submit, to write a grant, to write a proposal, submit it to a particular grant, and be successful. This is a fact. And so I'm encouraging you, considering the collaborations and partnerships that you're going to develop here in this particular conference, based on the theme, very quickly form a consortium, form a team, do a quick grant, make sure you adhere to all the requirements provided by NRF, and I can assure you, you're going to get the grant at some point. You're going to get funded. So this is a timely, very timely theme, and I highly encourage you to participate in these calls and engage in research. Now I'll go to remarks from the Principal Secretary on this particular day, which is the International Conference on and Leadership, held on this day of 19th Feb 2025, and the theme is Leadership, Innovation, Sustainability, and Artificial Intelligence. Chairperson, Board of Trustees, members present, the Chancellor, Chairperson of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Washington Okeo, members of the University Senate, members of the Conference Planning Committee, staff, students, invited guests. So we had some guests from Japan. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and good morning once again. I am honored to address you, of course, on behalf of the Principal Secretary, at this remarkable gathering of scholarly minds and enthusiastic individuals. I am informed that the Management University of Africa has been organizing successful international conferences in management and leadership since inception in September 2011. And of course, you can see this happens to be the 11th such conference. So indeed, international conferences are something that you've been continuously working on. This university has a rich legacy in this niche area with unmatched learning resources and faculty. By the way, indeed, I am stopping at the mention of the word niche because we have been encouraging our public universities as a way of revitalizing our education system, our higher education. We have been encouraging them to identify their niches. The president is very keen on working with universities that have clear mandates and clear niches so that funding can be directed to them so that they can build up on these particular niches to the benefit of the country. And so the fact that you have identified a clear niche, you're on the right path, keep going at it. Allow me to congratulate you for your resilience and dedication over the years. Today's 11th International Conference on Management and Leadership is another opportunity to provide an invaluable platform for our students, our faculty, our industry players, our change agents, our policymakers, researchers, and various scholars to present their best research outputs and share contemporary and emerging developments both in academia and also in industry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here under the general theme of leadership, innovation, sustainability, and artificial intelligence to reflect on the great transformation that this theme presents in shaping the future of education and research in this country. This theme embodies some of our most pressing challenges and aspirations in our current time, and calling us to think outside the box, come up with stronger partnerships and collaborations with like-minded institutions, not only regionally, but also in Europe, Asia, and the Americas, which I can see you've already done through this converging of minds of like-minded people. I urge other universities to emulate MUA. Among the most pressing challenges facing our universities is the imbalance of quality learning resources and job opportunities for our graduates. We need to address this level of disparity with urgency and commitment, as it hinders the growth of our educational landscape and slows down our march to build a knowledge-driven society. Ladies and gentlemen, to fill this gap, we need to adopt a multi-pronged strategy that promotes partnership, promotes collaboration, and a common vision between academia and the industry. This was well demonstrated recently by the Kenya Association of Private Universities officials, who visited the principal secretary and who invited me to the private university's vice chancellor's 5-day retreat at Voyager Beach Resort in Mombasa, where collaboration on joint research, conferences, and resource sharing and enhancement of quality teaching were discussed. They also identified strategies for income diversification, and I assured them that the government is willing to settle pending payments to private university once the Bills Committee completes its verification work. In addition, enhancement of public-private partnerships, university funding mechanisms, higher education policy reforms, and promotion of innovation and commercialization of research outputs, sustainability will also be critical. Vice Chancellor, I'd also like to assure you that you submitted, as part of the Kenya Private Universities Association, a proposal on how universities can achieve sustainable funding, and I want to assure you that we are currently working on that, and the Cabinet Secretary is receiving a brief from our office today, which will shape the future of sustainability based on the recommendations that your team provided. So, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of the conference could not be at a better time. It points to the direction where every university is heading. The future of our nation rests on our ability to provide quality education and job opportunities for our young people. Bridging the gap between academia and the industry, universities can make our learning environment more dynamic, inclusive, and responsive, so that our students and researchers will be able to compete and become leaders in their respective fields. As we cross-pollinate ideas in this conference, I trust that your 2 days deliberation will come up with tangible proposals to government and other stakeholders with a view to improving higher education in Kenya. This will go a long way in addressing the challenges of the 21st century and the skills our students require to become global citizens. Together, we can create a brighter future for our graduates and our nation. I wish you every success in your deliberations in the next 2 days. And I think at this point, Vice Chancellor and the team, I can declare the meeting officially open. Thank you. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.